Hello, my name is Ted, and today I'm going to talk about food chains and food webs. So, first, what is food chain? Food chain is animals connected together, or living things connect together to see what they eat. So now, this is a food chain. The food chain shows that the first level is a flower. The flower, the flower have leaves on the stem. The leaves use sunlight, water, carbon dioxide, and nutrients from the soil to make food for the plant. Next, we can be an insect. An insect eats the flower, and a bird eats the insect. And now this is the last level. The hawk eats the bird, and
Stop scratching yourself, please.
And this food chain will have two parts. This will be the producer. The producers. The producer is a living thing that can make food by its own self, such as plants. And animals and humans like us are consumers. These living things can't make a food themselves. So these will be consumers. But the consumers will have three parts. So now, if the bee will be the primary consumers. Why? Because if something eats plants, so it will be a primary consumer. If something eat meat or other animals are secondary consumers. So this bird eat the insect. So this bird will be the secondary consumer. And the hawk eat the birds. That means the hawk eat meat. So it is still a secondary consumers.
Secondary, D-A-R-Y. D-A-R-Y, yes. Right.
So now they're not just still a food chain, there'll be a food web. What is a food web? A food web looks a little bit like a food chain but more complicated. It will be two food chains from to each other, or three. A food web can be many food chains together. So, this will be the flower. The flower have leaves which make food for the plants to eat, And the plants have three predators. The first predator is the ladybug, the butterfly, and the grasshopper. Now, the ladybug have the ladybug have has just only two. Frogs don't eat ladybug. Two. There are the bird and there's just a bird. Just a bird. And the butterfly have one predator is the frog. And the grasshopper has one predator is the frog. Now, let's see if the bird eats the ladybug, the hawk will eat it. And if the frog eat the butterfly or the grasshopper, the snake will eat it. If the snake eat the frog, the hawk will eat it. So, what is the top predator in this food web? It is the hawk, because in this food web, the hawk have no predator, and there are many other food chains and food webs have the top predator. And now, there are not only just food chains and food webs, there are also green food chains. What does that mean? You can guess. Green food chain will be plants. So now, in this green food chains, there will be I don't think so, but it is a food chain for plants, and I don't really remember it, but here's one part. So now, this is a food chain, right? And now, you can put this not the hawk anymore. And it would be, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. The thing that is wrong is, if this will be the green food chain, this one have to be the fetus. No more secondary consumers, no more primary consumers, no producers.
So you are talking about another kind of food chain?
Yeah.
Yeah, green food chain?
No, brown food chain.
Brown food chain, what is that?
This.
Why are you erasing it?
There's
You can draw
kind of
another
food
one.
chain.
You can draw another one.
It's speckle.
Alright.
And now, this will be the brown food chain, which it starts with the dead stuff. For example, in the news, let's say there is a dead whale. A dead whale, which the bacteria, which the second level is on their body there are some bacteria. they make the food for all the other creatures. The food from this whale can make it for months or even years. The third level is animals eat them. Eat them. And now they're done. The animal that eat them died.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the shark eat it
Mm-hmm.
and it died. The last part is called the treatise.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be, I don't remember the name, but I remember this one called The Stuff.
Their stuff.
This stuff will start at here
Mm-hmm.
and all the way to this will be the dead stuff. And start all again. All the way again. The shark dies, animals eat them. No, the shark dies, the bacteria create food, animals eat them, animals die. So all over it again. And maybe it might not put the food for over 1 year, but animals that will eat the shark, and the food for the shark, will also make the food too. And now, there's so much kind
So
of
many.
kind of food chains is aquatic food chains and terrestrial food chain. Terrestrial food chain is for a food chain on land. An aquatic food chain is for a food chain under the water
Mm.
and near water.
Mm.
Now, for example, now, it will be an aquatic food chain. So it will start with this algae.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to draw algae, but I'm just trying
Yes,
the
that's fine. I know it.
algae. With the algae and the salmon. It's there. And the crab. No, the eel.
What is salmon?
Shark.
Shark. Polar bear?
Shark
Alright.
is a salmon, and maybe, I think other sharks may eat the sharks.
Mm-hmm.
And now, there is an example.
Mm.
If the algae died,
Mm.
what happened? Someone has no food,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shark have no food. Other sharks have no food.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm.
It might eat others. It might eat other animals too, because sharks have many things to eat. There will be algae, salmon, and shark. They lost 3 of their prey, but they have a lot more to eat. So these other sharks still alive. And now, this will be changed a little different. This will be algae salmon, not the shark anymore. Not the shark. It will be the bear. Bear will eat the salmon. Now, that is the big fish. And the last one will be the bear. So now, so salmon eat the algae, the big fish eat the salmon, and bears can also eat big fish. So these animals are these three animals are live underwater, but the bear is on land. But even there is one animal on land, it is still called an aquatic food chain. And a terrestrial food chain is a food chain happened on land. For example, the deer eat the grass, the tiger eat the deer, and maybe the lion can eat the tiger. So that is an example of a terrestrial food chain. So now I'll tell you about all the kind of food chains. And are you interested about this? It's great, isn't it? And that is something I can tell you about food chains and food webs. Thank you for listening. Good night.